What up, what up, what up, y'all? Salute everybody out there, man, on TVP, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. We get ready to go live with 16 in life right here tonight on Fight Night. Y'all tap in with me, tap in with me. Y'all come on, have a conversation with us. Come on, have a conversation with us, man. Let me bring 16 on up in this spot. What up, Soldier?
Hey, what's going on, Soldier? Good. It's always good to tap in with you, man.
Most deaf, man. Most deaf, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Oh,
What you
I
got going
appreciate the
on out
invite.
there, man?
Oh man, I'm just chilling, man. It ain't nothing like that Cali summertime weather, man. So I'm just trying to. Hey, I'm waiting on the summer, man. Waiting on the beautiful sights and the fruit and all that type of stuff.
I already know, man. You turned me on to that fruit, yo, that fruit cup, man. That fruit cup was good as on. That joint was big as I don't know what though.
Yeah, I just had one a couple of days ago.
Yeah. You be going out there to Venice Beach a lot?
I haven't been back since I interviewed you. Actually, I was supposed to drive up there today. I was going to interview a partner of mine, and he stayed like about 5 minutes away from there. But then I remembered, oh yeah, we were supposed to go live, so I just told him I'd do the interview on StreamYard. But I'm definitely got to get back out there, man.
For sure, man. I'm waiting for you to get on down here, man. You say you're gonna come down here when the weather break, man, when it get hot and everything, man. I'm most definitely waiting for you, bro. Come on out here, man, to chill.
Yeah, I want to slide down there maybe around June, July when it's nice and warm, and that way I can hit the beach. And I probably want to stay a little longer than last time and just, get to see more things.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we got to get out. We got to get out and about, man. We went to the mall and everything, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't had that much time like we really needed. You know what I'm saying? It was the first trial run, man, but it was good, man. Same thing when I came out there, man. I ain't had enough time. I ain't had enough time really to, go and see, especially like go over your side, man, see what you doing, what you doing over there, and all of that. But it still was a good experience, man. Most definitely, it was definitely fun for me. First, Cali, man. Cali is a big man. I seen some strange things out there too, boy.
Yeah, you definitely go see that on a trip to Cali.
Absolutely, man. That's what Hollywood. Shout out to Hollywood Trail. That's what he was telling me, man. He said, man, you might see anything out here, Pops. You might see anything. I said, yeah, I already know.
I already know. He ain't lying.
What you had going on today? You did some interviews or something today, didn't you?
Yeah, I was supposed to interview this brother by the name of Bry Dog, OG up out of Compton and stuff. And so, but he had a unexpected emergency pop up, so we're definitely gonna get to it in a couple of days.
Yeah, most definitely. What you been doing with your music, man? Hey, look.
Oh man.
Hey, look. Do you be watching my Instagram? You must don't be watching my Instagram.
No, man. I haven't. Not lately. I haven't.
Man, you gotta watch my Instagram, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, look. I done post Instagrams about you a couple times, man. You ain't even said that. I said, man, 16 must don't see this, yo. I literally, man, it's either you or Lil Wayne, my dude. I be riding with, man. I know all your songs by now by heart, my dude. I be telling these people, I said, man, y'all think I'm playing, man. I said, man, 16 light be getting it, man. 16 ain't playing, man. I told you ain't rapping like no Curtis Blow.
Hey, and I appreciate it, because when I was down there with you and we was riding, you always had some good music in, so I know you got a good ear for music,
Hey, look, I'm telling you, man, I know all the jokes, man. You already know Salute, my favorite joke, man.
Yeah.
Whenever that joke come on, I turn that joke up on full blast. You understand? I like the joke too. I'm from Bannon. You know what I'm saying? I like that joke too. Yeah, man. You got a lot of jokes, man. Then what's the name of the joke? You say, it's a party going on in the hood, and I'm gonna be there.
Oh, that's Everybody Wants from Cali.
Hey man, that joke right there, man. That joke it's just a good vibe riding joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a good summertime song.
Man, I bumps that stuff, man. I bump all that, man. I'm telling you, I rotate from you to Lil Wayne to you to Lil Wayne. So I know people that see me all the time, they probably say, man, this man play the same music all the time. That's all I got in there, man. You and Lil Wayne, man.
Yeah, well, That's definitely, you know, that's definitely good company, man. If you bump Lil Wayne and then bump me too, I can't, hey, I can't be
You see
mad
what I'm
about
saying?
that, man.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, hey, look, if it's choices, you a Lil Wayne, man. Hey, look, you ain't doing nothing wrong, my bro. You ain't doing nothing
Right,
wrong.
right. It's
You
good
trust.
company. Yeah, so I'm back to working on some more music too, you know, because like I was telling individuals, um, the music is my first love, and that's how I started off doing a YouTube on an accident. The engineer, he caught COVID, and so I just started telling some YouTube stories to try to increase my subscribers. So, but I'm definitely back on the music, man. My buddy hit me with a couple good tracks yesterday. I went and saw this other producer the day before, and so I'm definitely just to hop back on this music, man, and try to do a little something.
For sure. I'm telling you, man, I told you from day one, man. You know, I told you, I cried to you for I lied to you. If the music was trash, I would have told you, bro. I probably would
Right.
have told you in a nice way, but I definitely would have told you. I would have
Hey,
told you. I
and
would
look,
have been
I just seen something pop up. You know, the StreamYard. I ain't never went live on the StreamYard, but I just seen a brother by the name of Rodney Anderson. He say he bumped my music regularly in his truck. So hey man, hey, shout out to Rodney Anderson. Thank you.
yeah,
I appreciate it, man.
for
I
sure. I
really
seen
do.
him up there, man. That's why I put it up there. Yeah. This StreamYard thing, you know, it's new to me too, man. I'm looking at the comments, I'm reading the comments, man, but people showing you love in there, man. Yeah. Stuff says she listed at 16 to life. She said 16 to life music, listen to it often. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
yeah, people mess with that music, man. They
and
ain't
look,
playing with it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it too. And Becky, right before you call, you know, I took your advice. So what I was doing, remember you had told me a while ago, you said, hey man, you need to start basically either doing a reaction to your music or playing your music and talking about it. So
Right.
I just recorded my first one right now. Cause see, what's holding me back, Banky, is the understanding of this technology. You know, I don't understand the
Yeah.
technology, and sometimes it frustrates me. So I have somebody else do it for me. But then when I bring the computer home, I can't figure it out. So I had to start
Yeah.
doing this stuff by myself, man, and I'm slowly but surely getting a grip on it. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just did the phone.
I'm in the same boat, man. I be telling people, man, you know, I just make the videos, man. Everything else that happen, man, that's all Hollywood Trail, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm learning though, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning as I go, just like the StreamYard. This is on like the third time I did the StreamYard thing, but I'm gonna try to do some more. Like I say, man, you need to tap in at least once a week and you know, holler at the people, man, because like I say, man, we brothers in the struggle, bro. We both doing the same thing. We both came out the same belly of the beast. You know, you doing your thing. You already know I support you. You support me. So
Most
yeah,
definitely.
man. You know, we let the people know what's going on with us, man. And
Right.
like I say, a shout out to Darius H, man. Salute to you, my brother. You always showing some love, man. TBP for real. Yeah, man. We gotta let the people know what's going on with us. Like I say, I'm trying to, you know, I try to drop a video every night, man. Or if I miss a week, if I miss a day in the week, man, it's probably one. But I just try to keep on going, man, and keep on pushing, man, because I already know that, you know what I'm saying, people is getting the message. They, you know what I'm saying, you can. I try not to get caught up on the subs, but I wanted to get bigger because I know if it's bigger, I know it's more people just receive the message. But at the same time, I take it in stride, man. I do it out of love. I do it out of education. I want these young dudes to know prison ain't no joke, man. Once you get behind that wall, that's a wrap, man. You know, and I look at these dudes now that's going on, man. Everything in the news, with, you know, I know you've seen this stuff with Young Thug and Gunner and all them. And you know, dudes like me and you that already been through this situation, we saying ourselves, come on, dog, y'all got M's, bro. Y'all got millions of dollars and millions of fans, and y'all still out here with this foolishness, man. Y'all, man, and now I seen the joke today when they said Thug on there saying, man, I just want to go home. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We all it ain't a dude in prison that ain't trying to get back out here. So what I don't understand is the dudes is out here. Why are you trying to do things that might get you in prison? It's
Most
just
definitely.
crazy to me, man. You know, and to you and me, it's like elementary, but to these dudes, man, it's like they don't understand until it's too late, bro. You know,
Right.
you can't be out here getting no millions of dollars, world famous, and you still want to be caught up in some foolishness. You gotta let
And
that pride go, man.
And it's crazy that you bring that up, right? Because I just did an interview last night with the dude who shoots my videos. His name is Don Hefe. The name of his YouTube page is My Page is Lit. And he had brought up the same question to me, man. And I said, honestly, what I believe a big part of that is those dudes, they have too many yes men around them and not enough dudes who gonna stand up and tell them, hey man, listen, you got dudes in the pen, you got dudes in the street that's trying to get to halfway where you at. And so you out here, being caught up in this beef and creating these circumstances and situations for yourself that can land you in prison. And I never forget, I had a buddy in prison. He said, man, when he ended up doing about 33, 34 years, he said, man, I'd rather sleep in the park than do this stuff right here.
You better
and they don't realize what it is. Like you say, man, all them dudes, they regretting it. You can be a homeless bum and you still don't want your freedom took away from you. So I can only imagine what it's like to have millions, driving the best cars, sleeping in the best houses, and all of a sudden you have your freedom took away from you. And like I say, man, it's sad because a lot of those individuals don't have the right people in their corner. They got people who want to hang around, enjoy the wine, enjoy the women, enjoy the drugs, but they don't want to get this dude the good advice he needs to continue to live his lifestyle, So yeah, it's definitely sad, man.
Absolutely. Like Laquan Norman say, he said, Bank, when you're in those politics, it ain't that easy. And I respect what you're saying, my brother, but I'm telling you, it is that easy because self-preservation is the first law of nature, my brother. So let's just say you into politics, you still got to look at the situation. Like if you into politics, man, and you done became somebody, man, you done made yourself significant in this world where everybody know who you are, then whatever politics you in, they supposed to respect that. They're supposed to let you step to the side and do that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's bigger, man. That's greater. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, he can still help with, what he was a part of, but he just can't be a part of it. You can't straddle the fence, man, when you messing with these people, because these people ain't playing and they're looking for a way to take you down, especially when you getting that money like you get it and you doing the things that you doing, man. Them people they're not going to tolerate that. They already, the police already don't want to see you successful. What my man DJ Khaled said, they don't want to see you win, bro. They don't. And if they can stop it, then that's what they're gonna do. Period. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that in mind, man. Everybody who started out hustling, everybody who started out doing anything, their end game was to get paid. Their end game was to get money. You got money. Yeah, you got to put that stuff to the side. Shout out to my C. I appreciate the love. My TBP friend, man, I appreciate the love.
And you took the words right out of my mouth, Banky, because when an individual is caught up in that stuff, in those politics, my question is, what are your aspirations in these politics? Where are you trying to go? Because the politics don't lead to nothing. It's not like you can climb and ascend and eventually get some type of pension, get some type of some type of wealth from this situation. And I tell it like this, man. If I had a little homie or a little brother or a little sister, would I want them involved in that type of stuff? Heck no. So why would an individual who give his little homie some type of bad knowledge that can, and some of us are lucky to go to prison. Some of us don't even make it to prison. And that's the thing that a lot of individuals is missing. And like you say, man, when them dudes get up in them prisons and get locked behind them gates, it's a totally different story. I done seen dudes literally crying, throwing tantrums, kicking on the door like little 6-year-olds just so they can get out and go to the law library to try to research their case. It's crazy, man. And so like I say,
you said one of them lines in your songs, man. What you just said made me that let you know how much I listen to your music. But you said something about that in your song. I don't know if you can remember that off cap. You said something about, when you was talking about the game, how the game tricked you, and you was like, and you thought you was gonna get this. You said, I ain't getting no pension, no retirement, no nothing. You know what song I'm talking about?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you spit that in one of your lyrics, right? And you said, like, these dudes, the OGs tricked me, man. They told me to don't do this, and they did that. And I thought I was gonna get this, and I ain't getting no retirement fund, no pension, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got nothing out of it. So, anything that you give yourself to, man, your time, your energy, your spirit, your heart, you have to get something out of it. And also, anything that you start, man, it got to be an end game. Right. I'm not gonna start boxing unless I'm trying to be a champ. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna start running unless I'm trying to win a race. Everything you started got to be an end game. So if you get into politics, what's your end game? Right. What is it? You already rich, you already famous. At the time you could basically say Thug Well, you can even say Gunna. Both of them had a top song, and you know what I'm saying, with over the past year, a top song on the Billboard charts. So Thugger, you can actually say is a top 10 rapper, man, in the
Right.
world. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? By his success standards. And now, bro, you got to be able to put that stuff aside, man. You know, you got to be able to put that stuff aside because look at what everything that they're going through now. You at
Right.
risk of losing everything
And then you know that the average individual is not even gonna have the, you know, it's not even gonna have the fame, the money, and the fortune that Thug and Gunna did. So let's just talk about the average individual going to prison, Banky, like me and yourself, man. You know, we do all that time, and then you get out not at the bottom, you get out at the very bottom. You know, you get out damn near too old to work, damn near too old to get hired to make any type of good money. You know, not a whole lot of skills. You got a record on you. You know, me and you was just blessed. But think of all the people who come home and who may have not have the family support. You know, you do 10 years, 15 years, you know, you liable to half your family could pass away and be gone. Some people
Yeah,
are not fortunate enough to get out and have support, you know, and then happen to come into, you know, a situation like me and you fell into in terms of just getting lucky, because it was definitely just a blessing, you know, being blessed to be in a position to, you know, do some of the things that you've done. I look up, man, I see you at this place, that place, you going to speak, you going to, you know, you flying here, you flying there. But how many people outside of you is doing that you know, that you got out with? Everybody got a story to tell, but for some reason, people chose to tune in and support yours and embrace your story. And it's not that easy, man. These dudes don't understand. When you get out of prison after doing all this time, what is you gonna do?
absolutely. And I didn't even know that I was gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? It just came about because, like I say, I had other plans, man. But you know, when you got other plans, God got plans, and God plans don't, you know, be deferred for nothing. But you know, it's like I say, somebody just say it up there and say it's probably the worst thing in the world being, you know, having millions and being locked up. Man, you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea. Being broke and locked up is already pure hell. But
Right.
being rich and locked up, I actually had those thoughts, my brother. I was like, I seen something on social media where they was talking about thugs, excuse me, and I was saying to myself, bro, that man probably went from sleeping on silk sheets and living in a mansion and having everything he want. And right now, this man is sleeping on a hard, thin mattress about this thick on pure steel. He's eating pure garbage for food. And it ain't no matter how much money he got, is not going to change that situation. That's
Right.
what it's going to be like when you locked up. You see what I'm saying? That's what locked up is. Removing you away from everything that you love, everything that is luxury, everything that is pleasurable, everything that you love and want and like, they remove that from your life. That's what being locked up is. So you got to ask yourself is what's worth putting you in that position? You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Everybody in the world want to be a millionaire. Only a few get to become a millionaire. So you mean to tell me after you become a millionaire, you want to give that all up because you can't let this go?
Right.
That,
Right.
it don't weigh on the scale to me, especially not a dude like me that did 33 years. It don't weigh on the scale for me. You can't give me $10 million right now to go back up in that dungeon. You know
Not
what I'm
at
saying?
all. Not at
Yeah, I
all.
don't own it. You can keep
And
it.
okay, Bangy, like you said, man, the dude is probably in there eating horrible food. Well, how long has he been in there? 2 or 3 days? Because to be honest, he probably ain't eating nothing yet. You know, that stuff is so disgusting. He probably can't
Yeah,
even eat nothing. So it'll probably be another 2 or 3 days before he even can attempt to eat something. And then the crazy part about that is, you know, everybody else that he up in there with, they ain't congratulating that dude, telling him, hey man, you's a rider. They calling that dude the dumbest dude. They it's all type of stuff they talking about. I'm gonna tell you, listen, they talking about, okay, yeah, y'all, we going to play basketball today. Gunner's gonna perform at 3 o'clock. They in there cracking jokes, they
yeah,
clowning and
yeah.
everything because they trying to get out. And here this dude is in jail. So, you know, you're gonna have a few people, you know, in his face talking, trying to kiss up to his famousness, but you're gonna have way more people in there saying how big of an idiot this dude is, man.
Yeah, man, because like I say, when you got dudes is in there, man, their number one goal is to get out. So when they see somebody out there that's successful, somebody that's rich, somebody that's doing their thing, and they see them mess up, that's the first thing. It hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Is it like
Right.
they know? That's how I used to be. I'd be like, man, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like because you want to get out so bad, and then you see people that got opportunities that you never had, or opportunities that you never exercised because you made bad decisions, and you see that, man, you feel a certain type of way, man. But it happens, man. It happens to more people than him. I just hope, you know what I'm saying, people get the message and understand the end game is to be successful, to take care of your family, to be able to live your life on your terms, on, you know, the way you want to live it, and enjoy life, man. And anything that gets in the way of that is in the way. It's just, that's exactly what it is. It's just in the way, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're involved in something already prior to you doing that, then it comes a time, man, you got to cut the umbilical cord, man. You got to let it go. And the people that's around you, that's dealing with you, if they can't understand that, then they're not for you. They're not for you. You see what I'm saying? You need people in your life, man, that's gonna push you forward, not pull you back down, man.
Push you the right way, most definitely. And you know, on my page, sometimes Banky Pound, I talk about I was going to Montana. I was going to Montana selling drugs out there, and I was making the money out there was significantly greater than what I was making in California, man. And so I ran out of drugs out there, and so I come back to California to get some more drugs, and I went to a house party and ended up getting into a shootout. Well, not a shootout, a shooting. And at the time, man, I probably got about, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 in my pocket. I got maybe about 16,000, 17,000 at the house, and I just bought a large amount of drugs. And so once I get locked up, I was feeling like the biggest dummy. You know, I'm like, man, because I'm thinking that the dude that I got into it with, you know, I knew who he was. He didn't have nothing. And so, you know, and I wasn't the richest in the world, but at that point in time, for me, I was situated. I was cool. My rent was only $350 a month. Me and my brother stayed together in a duplex. So really my rent was only $175. So I had everything that I wanted, and everything that I needed, a lot of things that I wanted. But I can't tell you how many times I laid back in that cell while I was in prison and said, man, I threw all that away for a dude who didn't have nothing, the dude who was living with somebody else. And just, you know, it would get depressing at times, man. You know, because like I'm 19, 20 years old at the time, you know, 3, 4 cars. I'm, you know, got every, like I say, I'm having a ball, man. I'm having a ball. And, you know, when you get incarcerated, all that's taken away from, you know, it don't matter if you got, you know, $50 million. It's only so many soups you can eat. It's only, you know, after a while, all that stuff gets tiresome, you know. It's just sad to see, man. It's sad to see.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. But that's what I say, man. That's why I say I salute you, my brother, man, because like I said, you came out here, man, and you doing your thing, man. And like I say, I stumbled into this, man, you know, and I ain't got the talent you got. I can't rap. You got so many talents, bro. And you know, like I say, with the life you was in, you know, you was into politics at first, but you came out, you saw the bigger picture, man, because you gave away a big chunk of your life, man, 24 years of your life. So you understand what's going on. You understand what's real. That's not to say that you don't, you know what I'm saying, still believe in what you believe in, but you also see the bigger picture. You also see you're a grown man there, and you also see the value of life, man. And when you behind them bars, that's what I be trying to tell people. When you behind them bars, brother, if you got any type of resolve in you, you're going to understand what life is about. You're going to understand, because everything is removed from you. So when you come out, man, there's a lot of dudes that come out, they get right back into the same foolishness. But those, to me, be dudes that just can't think, or either they weak in spirit or they weak in heart. You know what I'm saying? When you fall back into the same thing, knowing what's waiting for you, then that's something that's, you know, that's an individual choice. You see what I'm saying? But like I say, for you to come out here and get to doing what you're doing and grinding the way you grind, and then on top of that, man, like I say, you started out with your music, and then when the music, something happened with the music that you couldn't get the music on, you say, man, well, I'm gonna tell these stories. You know what I'm saying? Hey, then you started telling the stories, then the stories took off. So that just shows your resolve, brother. That shows right there that can't nothing stop you. You know what I'm saying? Can't nothing stop you, because you done already been and seen the worst, as I have. So I look at it like, man, ain't nothing out here gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just gonna keep on pushing forward, and whatever get in front of me, man, I'm gonna keep on going. Now I get frustrated, irritated sometimes, you know, but at the same time, I look at those moments, they fleeting, they gonna pass. And once they pass, I'm back on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what you know what I think it is, what I think it was also, Banky, to be honest. I think that by me having life in California, you know, we had to go to these self-help groups and get some education. And had I not got that education, had I might have just had maybe 20 years to serve and I was going to be released, I may have went back out there to the same ignorant stuff, which is I noticed because a lot of individuals who had determinate sentences to serve is what they call in California when you don't have life and you're going to get out regardless. You know, a lot of them individuals ran back out to the same foolishness. And man, I can't tell you how many dudes I know that got out and got killed or came back with more time than me. So I think that was a good thing that in our favor that we was forced to educate ourselves, because a lot of those self-help classes really, you know, they really made a big difference in the way that I thought, you know. And so sometimes, like I say, in something that I alluded to earlier, by me and you having support, you know, I used to think that those dudes who would run back to that type of lifestyle, they was dumb, but some of them don't have no support. You know, they ain't changed their thinking. They go back to the same neighborhood, to the same homies, and they get out with plans to do good, but they look right back up and they caught up in the situation. I remember this brother, man, and me and him was talking. He had a daughter, and you know, he was due to get out in a couple of weeks, and he had been in there for doing robberies, you know, hitting licks is what they flocking is what they call it. He swore up and down, and he was done with that. He was just to get out and take care of his daughter, man. And so about 3 weeks later, we heard he was right back in jail. Had went and tried to run up in somebody's house, and his buddies got away. He ended up getting caught, man. And so, you know, it's a sad situation, man. Like you say, when an individual don't have enough resolve to not take risks with his life, you know, because it's nothing cool about being locked up, man. It's nothing cool about being locked up, you know, watching people grow up, pass you by, you lose relationships, you know, you lose out on the potential of your own life, of all the things that you could do with your own life, all the things you could have went and done, you know, and you'll never know because, you know, you're locked up in prison.
Absolutely. Shout out to Lawrence RBE, man. Appreciate the love. Say CC put me on to both of you. In your opinion, is true prison reform in jail? Is treatment different for white collar crimes versus blue? Does having money matter in prison? I mean, yeah, having money matters anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Having money matters anywhere, but you know, color matters in prison. You know, you know, you said that in your song 16 to Life. You know, certain people get a certain amount of crime. I mean, do the same crime and get a certain amount of time and get significant more time than another person based upon their color. So, and based upon what type of, you know, finances they got. That's the sad thing to me about prison. A lot of sad things about prison, but the system alone. If you don't have money, you can't get the best representation, then you end up doing more time. But you call it justice. If it's supposed to be justice, then it don't supposed to be about the money. It don't supposed to be about the money. You get, and you know, you get penalized when you don't know the law. You get penalized for things you don't know. You could be time barred because you ain't know enough to file an appeal in a certain amount of time, and they will, you know, kick your appeal out or something like that because you didn't know. How are you supposed to know? And you're not a lawyer, and a lawyer go to school for all these years to learn what he learned. Why do they expect you to know? You know, so it's not really about justice. To me, it's really about money. It's really about status. It's really about race. You understand me? And that's what it all comes down to. I've seen many dudes in prison that had more money than what I had, or had a different color than what I had, but had the same crime than what I had, and did significantly less amount of time than I did. You see what I'm saying? Or had more knowledge of the system than me. I was a first-time offender. I'm first time in prison. I ain't know nothing about the system. So I feel like now, in retrospect, after I went through all the things I went through, had I been more proactive, had I been more knowledgeable about the system, I might have could have got out early. I might have could have not got caught up in the foolishness that I got caught up in, living in what they say politics of prison, trying to survive in there instead of hitting that law library. You see what I'm saying? Trying to learn something, trying to know something to get me up out of this situation. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's all in what you know, man, and who you know. And that's sad because it's supposed to be about justice. It's supposed to be about the system, man. But, you know, like I say, you're right, though, man. Dudes will throw their life away not knowing the gamble that they take. And see, like right now, I know the count. I know the count. I know what the gamble is. I know what it is. And even when I don't have or I need, I still ain't gonna resort to foolishness. And I seen dudes come in, you probably have too. When I was doing my bit, man, I seen dudes come in, man, 3-4 times back to back. You know what I'm saying? And go out, come back, go out, come back. Man.
Let me ask you a question, Banky. Did any of those cats ever get out? And I'm talking about, because I didn't have some close friends that get out, don't send me nothing, come right back. I'm talking about maybe 7-8 months later and be asking for some soups and stuff like that.
Yeah. I done seen that. I seen one dude, I said on my show before, I seen one dude, the most I seen one dude come out, man. I seen a dude come out 4 times, man. And every time I seen him, he was telling me, hey, I ain't coming back, man. I ain't coming back. When I seen him the 4th time, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It took a lot of me not to punch him in the face, man. I was trying to get out so bad, and you coming back to me, man, it's hard out there. I'm like, man, you don't get away from me, man, with that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Hard as I've been trying to get out, it's hard out there. It can't be no harder what's going on up in here, because everybody here trying to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Be Real, man. See, I was super shocked when I heard 16 to Life album. Gas. Homie can rap for real, for real. Ain't no question. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I cried to you for a lot to you. That man be spitting fire, man. Spitting fire. Ain't riding with nothing in my car that don't sound, you know, that don't sound legit.
Thank you, Be Real. I appreciate that, man. And like I say, a lot of those songs that I put out, man, I wrote 10, 15 years ago. So when I drop this new music, it's definitely gonna be cracking. And to piggyback on what you were saying, Banky Pound, that reminded me of a partner I had named E. And he had been in and out 3-4 times, and we had been at a couple of different institutions together. And every morning, man, like clockwork, we'd walk the child, and he'd go. We wouldn't took 5-10 steps, and he's complaining about the medical treatment or lack thereof. And after a while, I say, man, I don't want to hear that mess, man. Wasn't it like this the last time you came? I don't want to hear this stuff. I mean, every day he'd be complaining. You know, he had a lot of appeals and stuff he was going on with medical and stuff. I say, hey, man, you know, I didn't have no mercy for him or pity for him or any other individual who then went back and forth, because it's like it was like this when you left, you know. So you know.
Yeah, it's like to me, I always liken it to like you in a pit of fire, man, and you get and you jump out because you say you burning so bad and hurt so bad, and then as soon as you get out, you grab something to eat, you know, and grab you a couple of dollars and you jump right back in. Man, you out your mind, man. No, man, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's nothing nobody can coerce me, talk me into, or do anything. Where if I know the count, man, I know that this puts me at risk to be here, that I can just say, I don't care what the monetary value is or whatever, because like I say, I value life now, you know, and then I've been broke all my life, so it ain't nothing different about that. The only thing will be different if as I get rich. I already been broke, so
right.
I know how to deal with that. I also know what prison is like, so I already know the count, so I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? So you can't entice me with money, you can't entice me with some fictitious stuff, man, because I know the value of life, man, and freedom, man, is valuable than anything, man. Just to be around your family, man, be around your kids and your grandkids, stuff like that. That's what really matters right there, my dude, for sure, man.
And you know, as long as you free, any day you have the potential and the opportunity to wake up and change your life, you know. When you're in prison, you can't do that. You know, your prison. I mean, when you in prison, your ceiling is only so high. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might go from the man that's washing the dishes to the man that's passing out the food. So now you might be able to steal you a couple extra sandwiches or something like that. It's only so high you can go. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They said when I was shout out to Jay Williams, Let's Live Life too. When me and Jay Williams was chopping it up too, he said he want to get with you as well. When me and Jay Williams was chopping it up, man, that's what he said too. He said somebody had told him, man, and that's a real statement, man. He said, man, the major thing you lose when you get locked up is your options. You know, you got options, man. You can wake up, like you say, and change your circumstances. You can change your situation because you have options. Options are taken away from you in prison. You can only go, like you say, to a certain ceiling. You can only go but so high. You can only accomplish but so many things. So it's a whole different lifestyle, man, when you locked up, man, and so much is taken away from you, man, that I just can't see you know, the risk factor. I just don't see where it fits on anybody's scale. Anybody who went through the things that we went through, once you know something, that's different. You know, you might walk up on a lion that's hungry and you never know what a lion would do to you. But once you know what a kid would do that because a kid don't know, you know. But once you know what the lion would do to you, then you know not to go near that. And that's the same way I look at prison. I know what it would do to me, and I don't want no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, like I say, you made a good transition, my bro, man. And I messed with you from day one, man, because like I say, being in the situation that I've been in, man, just like you probably, you know, I know real cats, man. I knew you was a real cat before I even talked to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I could tell. And I tell people, man, I say, man, I've been around brothers, man, all my life. 365 days of the year, you know what I'm saying? 12
Hey, what you say? You a brotherologist, huh?
I'm a brotherologist, man. I'm a brotherologist, man. I know, man. I know dudes, man. It don't take me long. I can pick up on their vibe. I can pick up on their energy. I know when they fake. I know when they, you know, real. I can just feel it because when you done had such a variety for so long on a day-to-day basis, you know, I was talking to somebody today, you know, shout out to Marcia. I see you in there. Shout out to Marcia. I was talking to somebody today, Marcia in particular, and you know, my vernacular is always man. You know, man, yeah, man. And right before I left prison, I was, you know, the senior coordinator in the reentry program. So I used to have to speak every day. So you had this he had this white dude, man. He was so trying to be, you know, one of them dudes that thought he was just smarter than everybody. One of those intellectuals. But yet at the same time, you sitting in the same spot I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But he's such an intellectual. So when I used to finish speaking every day, he pulled me to the side one day. He said, you know, Banky, you know, you're a great speaker, man. You're a great orator, man. You speak very well. He said, but you keep using the word man. He said, you got to take man out of your vocabulary. He said, you know, that's the only thing that I can criticize you on is the man. He said, I'm going to let you know from this day on how many mans you use. So I was just looking at him. I said, oh, yeah. I said, okay, I appreciate that. So the next morning when I get up and make my speech, and when I finish, and he pulled me, he said, hey, Banky, hey, yeah, you had 13 mans. Yeah. This dude was actually sitting in there counting my mans, right? You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling, you know, Marcia today when I had a conversation with her, I was like, it's a part of my vernacular, and I used that to remove the N-word. You know, and to remove the cussing, because that's how we talk in prison. Because that's the only thing the dudes understand. That's the communication. But I was trying to better myself, so I had to put a substitute. Like I say, you got to remove something and replace it with something else. You know, take a negative turn to a positive. So I didn't want to be saying the N-word all the time. I didn't want to be cussing all the time. So I said, man, you know. And then I say, well, you talking to a woman, okay? Even when I talk to a woman, it may slip out because I'm used to being around all men. So normally when I'm talking to somebody, it's going to be a man. So I might be like, yeah, man, you know, man. And it's not meant like to say you a man. It's meant to say that's just part of my vernacular, you know. And people expect you to drop 33 years of habits, you know, in 2 years of freedom. You know, it's not going to be that easy. I'm doing the best I can, but that's part of my speech. And I know a lot of my videos, if you go back and look at my videos, I probably manned y'all to death, but it might have got by you. But I hate to point it out, but yeah, I know I use that word a lot. I've been trying to cut it out. And I used to always say, somebody pointed that out to me on my YouTube, I used to always say, irregardless. And that's not a word. It's not a word. It's either regardless or not.
But you know what? Me and Marcelli, my homeboy, one time we had that discussion because he used to use the word irregardless, and I looked it up. No, that definitely is a word.
They told me it's not a word.
Yeah, all you had to do was tell him to look it up in the dictionary because, like I say, my homie used to use it, and I told him, "Hey, that's not a word." And I looked it up, and it basically means the same as regardless. It basically means the same. It basically means the same thing as regardless. And then also to comment on what you said, I definitely can understand because, you know, when I got to prison, you know, I'm from a Crip hood. So, you know, back then, you know, saying the word cuz was real deep in my vocabulary. And You know, in prison, you got Crips and Bloods. And see, back in those days, in the traditional gang banging days, when a Blood would hear a Crip say "cuz," that was damn near like talking about his mama, and vice versa. You know, so we tried to give each other that respect by not using that word in places that were public places, like, you know, the chow hall. You know, I wouldn't come in and see you and be like, "Hey, what's up, cuz?" You know, and where all these Bloods could hear it, and we used to call it busting their ear. You know, so they didn't want to get their ear busted, and we didn't want to get our ear busted. So we would, you know, well, I was trying to stop saying that word so much, so I started using the word man and stuff like that too, and which reminded me of a real good book. And I think you told me either you done some time with this dude or you was at the same facility that he was at. It was a book that really helped me mature, man. And I Makes Me Want to Holler by Nathan McCall, man. And I suggest for people who like to read, if you haven't read that book, read that book, man. I literally read that book, Banky, about 25 times. Every time I would see it, I would read it. You know, that was one of my favorite books, man. Makes Me Want to Holler, because it reminded me so much of how I grew up, you know, because he was gang banging, just minus the Crip and Blood. You know, it was just his neighborhood versus a neighborhood. So it was still gang banging in the traditional sense. It just wasn't Crips and Bloods, but it was, you know, it was funny. He grew up talking about how he was telling jokes and all that stuff. And yeah, that's a great book, man. Nathan McCall, Makes Me Want to Holler.
Makes Me Want to Holler. Then I think he was locked up then. He wasn't locked up with me. He was in the same places that I was in. I definitely read his book. I was locked up with some dudes that was in the book that was part of his story. You know, still was locked up with him. And you know, one of the dudes, he did a lot of time. I don't even know if he out now. But yeah, it was a great read. I read it myself, man. And he ended up becoming a Washington Post writer and some more stuff, man. So yeah, he wrote some follow-up books. I read the other one too. I think it was
it Inner City Blues, or
it was another Marvin Gaye, name of a Marvin Gaye song. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think it may have been Inner City Blues, maybe.
But it didn't surpass the first one in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Me either. Yeah, that first one was a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic, man. It's a banger. It's a classic. But yeah, man. So a lot of things like that, man. Books changed my philosophy while I was in prison, reading certain books and stuff. I was watching I think it's called Snowfall. I was watching Snowfall like a couple of weeks ago, and in the scene, the dude reach up and grab the book off the shelf. And when he reached up and grabbed the book off the shelf and he bring the book back, I said, "Hey, I got that book. I read that book." And he was trying to make a point, and it was this, you know. And this is one of the books I read
by Francia Fanon. I never got around to reading that book. I would see it all the time, but I never I never read that book.
When you look at Mike Tyson and you see the tattoos he got on him and the ones he got on his waist, he got Mayo Testoon and he got Frantz Fanon. He got Mayo and Fanon. That's who it is. That's right. That's the tattoos he got. Also, this book right here, you know, the 50th Law. This is the book from 48 Laws of Power, but this is the 50th Law with 50 Cent in it. With the same
Robert Greene.
With Robert Greene, the same dude who wrote the 48 Laws of Power. Now, you know, people will automatically say, "Oh, 50 Cent," but you got to look at the author, you know, Robert Greene, the same dude who wrote 48 Laws of Power. Powerful book, man. A lot of powerful books. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, books will change your perspective. You know what I'm saying? It will change the way you look at things versus what you used to hearing and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Frantz Fanon, man, yeah, most definitely. If you ain't heard about him, you need to read him. Check him out. And Mayo Testoon, you know, Tyson read all of those people. You know.
Okay, now look real quick, Banky. I see Be Real put up Frantz Fanon, great black writer. Now that's crazy. All this time, I never knew he was black.
Right.
Yeah, I never knew that. Hey, so good looking out on the information, Be Real. That's crazy because I have literally seen that book at least 50 times in prison, and I never knew he was black.
Yes, man, and he was a mean writer, man. I mean, I read some good dudes in there, man. I mean, stuff that really hold my attention.
Hey, who was that? Who was that you just put up? Somebody said I was locked up with 16 to life. He played basketball with the elderly knee braces on. So who was that?
That's Slick Wicked Boo. He ain't play with the knee braces on,
Yeah,
did
I had the knee braces on, man. Hey, shout out to Slick Wicked Boo, man. I wish I knew your who he was, man. But anyway, yeah, man. I was telling y'all though, man. I didn't have bad knees. I had bad feet. I had my feet. You know, when you don't see when you flat footed, when you don't have that you don't have an arch. Eventually, your knees go out. So yeah, I had some knee braces on each knee, and them brothers used to be clowning me, man. But yeah, we had fun up in there, man. And shout out to Slick Wicked Boo, man.
Hey, look, boy, when stuff started getting old, man, it just started getting old. It's simple as that, man. You got to make do. I remember I used to be sparring, man. I'd be sparring them cats, man, and then it just seemed like to me, it seemed like to me as the years went on, everybody I sparred started getting younger and younger, younger and younger. But I wasn't looking at the fact now I'm getting older and older. You know what I'm saying? Because it went from sparring these cats, and then next thing you know, I'm sparring cats, man. These dudes is 20, 21, 22. I'm like, man, what in the world? Yeah, but you know, time goes on, man. Time don't stop for nobody when you up in there, man. You got to take the bitter with the sweet.
Hey, did y'all have headgear when y'all was sparring, or?
Yeah, you can wear headgear. You know, most of the dudes that really was starting out or whatever, or amateurs or hadn't really had a lot of experience, they put on headgear. But I ain't like to wear the headgear. You know, for real. You know, it's hard enough to breathe alone.
Yeah.
When the rounds get to going by, it's hard enough to breathe alone instead of having something strapped around your head and around your chin. You can't hardly open your mouth. Nah, I used to say, nah, I don't want the headgear, bro. I'm good. You know. Yeah, but that don't restrict your breathing. And trust me, your breath is gonna be your favorite friend when you're in that boxing ring, bro, because you feel like you die when you can't breathe up in that jump. So yeah, I had to have that headgear off me.
Yeah, California had some boxing programs, but they had removed them by the time I got to the pen, man. Slick, look now, Slick Wicked Boo, he back again. He say 16 to life, the first blind tennis player. Oh man, I wonder who this cat is, man.
Hey, yeah, he got to hit out. You got to reach out to him. You got to reach out to him.
Yeah,
let him know who you are, man. You got to be.
He definitely was locked up. He definitely was locked up with me. Like I say, my buddy, man, one of my buddies, KG, he had started calling me Arthur Trash. That was my tennis name.
What? Man, yeah, I think I was only on one prison, man, that had a tennis court, man. And wasn't too many people to play, you know what I'm saying? Because dudes ain't really know how to play.
Right.
I think I was on Powhatan, man. They had a joint on there. And I remember dude was trying to call me out there. I ain't know how to play. I was pump faking, You know how you look at something. That's why I be telling dudes about boxing. You look at something, shit.
It look easy.
Yeah, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm athletic. I'm agile or whatever. Man, I went out there, joke, man. I hit the ball, man. The ball went so far, man. I hit the ball over the fence 2 or 3 times. People said, man, you losing the balls, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And I'm like, because I'm thinking, I just swing hard like I, see them doing Pete Sampras and all them. Man, the ball, you got to put an angle on there. You got to put an arch on there. You got to do all that.
Right.
And I went out there and I was playing this dude named Bozo. And Bozo was so big and chunky. And I'm saying to myself, he telling me, man, you can't beat me in no tennis. Your ego getting away. I said, man, I'm looking at him like, bro, you can't beat me athletically in nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He always coming in. Man, got out there, man, it was ace. I'm hitting the ball, trying to send it back. That don't coming to me so fast. Every time I hit it, it's don't go sky high, man. He got me. He got me. That's when I found out I couldn't play tennis, bro.
Yeah, and just like you say, man, a lot of brothers came to the court, thinking that they could play and all that type of stuff. But tennis is more of techniques, and so we had a few dudes out there who knew the game and kind of showed me how to play and stuff. And it's more about technique and stuff. You got to hold a racket a certain way and swing a certain way and stuff like that. But it's an extremely fun game, man. And then I started playing tennis because the brothers, how brothers is on that basketball court. They be argumentative, ready to fight. And then it seemed like the younger generation, they came in with way much less respect, you know, a lot of woofing and stuff. And at that point in time, I was trying to go home, and so I figured it was best for me to stay away from that basketball court. So yeah, but tennis was an extremely fun game, and I've played several times since I've been free too.
Yeah, and see, I got off that basketball court, man, because you know, same reason, man. Them dudes was, you know, and then another thing that always terrified me on the basketball court. I used to actually wear my mouthpiece from boxing on the basketball court because dudes would get their teeth knocked out.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, bro, it's sad, but it's true. I used to always say, if dude knock my teeth out, if you knock my teeth out, I don't care if it's a mistake or not, bro. I'm gonna have to slay you, bro. I'm not walking, man. I'm not walking around with no buck niggas in my mouth. And nah, man, I can't accept that. So I used to actually put the mouthpiece in when I played basketball and everything, man, because I had always had a fear of somebody knock my teeth out, man. I need my teeth, man. I definitely won't have that, man. Jerron Fuller, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the love, man. Y'all put some gloves up for Jerron, showing his support and love up in here, man. I most definitely appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I got elbowed in the eye one time on the basketball court, though, man. It got stitches in my chin. I got hit in the eye one time with dude hand. Hercules, dude, I told so about his hand so rough, cut my eye, had to get stitches. Basketball vicious, man, out there in the penitentiary, man. And I couldn't keep going out there, man. And then, like I say, where I was at anyway, trouble always came on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Always came on the basketball court. I can't even tell you how many fights I got in on the basketball court. And I won't know Michael Jordan nor Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it's gonna come on that basketball court, man. You won't get a beef on there because everybody out there think they is Scottie Pippen or Michael Jordan. Yeah, man, but he said, what's the craziest person you ever encountered in prison? Chill.
Oh man, the craziest person. Well, you know, we had a lot of crazy individuals, man. You know, we had a lot of crazy individuals, and so I don't want to call no names, but I know I remember one dude in particular, man. And this dude he got mad all the time, you know, about every the smallest thing, you know, You know, he asked me one day, did I want to? He never saw me playing pinochle. I don't know about in the prisons out there, but in Cali we play a lot of pinochle. So since I didn't play, he thought I couldn't play, but I would watch him play all the time, and they'd bet for push-ups. And when he lose, it'd be 25 push-ups. He would do 17. And so, or something like that. So I played him, I beat him. I told somebody, now look, count his push-ups. He ain't gonna do 25. You know, he get up and get mad at me because I'm counting his push-ups and he didn't do all his push-ups. I mean, it just every little thing made him mad. One day he's playing handball, you know. Now the handball is like on the side of the basketball court. So in the event the ball go past them, it'll come on the basketball court. I'm on the basketball court gambling, playing somebody one-on-one. So they slapped the ball, it rolled past and rolled past the basketball court. He got mad because I didn't stop the game and get his handball. You know, just stuff like that, man. You got some dudes, some extremely irrational people in there, you know, that's just all types of stuff, you know. But yeah, I didn't seen a lot of crazy dudes in prison, man. A lot of crazy dudes, or at least a lot of dudes acting crazy, because a lot of them really wasn't crazy. You know,
I'd have been cool with crazy people, man. I remember this dude, man. I don't even know if he out here today. If he is, man, salute to him, man. I definitely like to holler at him, man. But man, chill, this dude was cut up, man, like a chisel. He was an older cat, and his actual last real name was Savage, right? So his name fit his physique,
right?
And, man, all he did was work out, man, all day long. He stayed on them girls, and he drank coffee and eat peanut butter all day and smoked cigarettes, you know. But he just was on that stuff, but he worked out every day. Every time he see a bro, man, he ripped his stuff off, started doing push-ups and stuff, and he walked. And, you know, he had the look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He put up on the bras, he won't shy at all, right? But, man, let me tell you something, man. He had a mean attitude about entitlement. You know what I'm saying? So he was cool with me, so he felt like he could always get something from me. And whenever you ever tell him no, that's how he was too. He catch a cold attitude about your stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember I used to give him coffee, man, almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Almost every day. So when I tell him I ain't got no coffee, he'd get an attitude. Man, I know you got some coffee, man. Come on, man. I tell you, I ain't got none. I ain't got enough to last me till I go to school. I don't have enough to last me and you till I go to school. Man, that brother gets so mad, bro. He won't even talk to you for about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? About your stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he be dead serious. You'll walk right by him. So what's up, Savage? He be like this. Like he don't even hear you. You know he mad about you not getting him your stuff.
Right.
Man, so you know, I know you know, man, but you meet all kinds in there, man. But all in all, he was a cool brother. If I ever had beef or problem, whatever, he gonna be on the front line, or he gonna be trying to talk me there and tell me don't do it, bang it, it ain't worth it, woo, woo. But if it's going down, he gonna be on the front line, woo, woo, woo. But man, don't give him nothing.
Yeah.
Don't give him something you got, and he know you got it.
He gonna get upset, huh?
Yeah, man, he got a whole attitude, man, about your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, you had enough that you could have gave me. Come on, Savage, man. Come on, man. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He walk off. You might not heard from him about another month. Now he'll walk by you about the whole month.
Yeah.
Walk by you about the whole month, man, like you invisible. You know what I'm saying? Crazy people, man. Yeah, you run into all kinds when you in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So what you got coming up? What's on cap for you?
Me?
Yeah, what's on cap for you? What you got?
Oh man, I got a couple good interviews coming up, man. We got SD Flight 88 in the house. What's going on, man? That's one of my longtime friends, man. I grew up with him, been knowing him for a long time, and he was one of the few individuals when I was locked up. You know, he'd always look out for me if I needed something. I could call him, and actually I talked to him earlier today. That's one of my good partners, man. Been knowing him a long time. But yeah, I got a couple good interviews coming up, man. Some interviews. I got a interview hopefully with this young lady who got sentenced to I think 35 to life at the age of 16 and stuff. And so I definitely want to interview her. I got an interview with a couple of good dudes coming up, man, and stuff. So yeah, and I'm gonna drop that old knife story pretty soon too. I've been telling everybody about, man. I'm gonna finally go ahead and give them that, you know.
Yeah, they like them old Jones, man. But see, I be telling them, you know, and I be dead serious that, you know, I mean, I know they like it, but to me, it's, you know, you done been around that stuff so much, man. You used to it, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's an average day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's average, and that's sad because you become desensitized to that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been around it so much. But you know, I know they want to hear those type of things, man. But I be trying to get them out some more stories, man, with some more substance and concrete stuff to it, man, that these young dudes know. But then I want to tell those type of stories as well because I want these young dudes to know prison is not a game, my dude. And you know, like the Roach Motel, man, it's easy to check in, man, but it's almost impossible to get out. Right. And ain't nobody in life can guarantee you coming out when you go in. Not the judge, not the lawyer, not your family, and definitely not your sentence. Oh, I ain't got but 2 years. Okay, you might not get it. You might not make it, bro.
Yeah, you just took the words right out my mouth, man. Right out my mouth.
You might not make it, bro. It's not guaranteed, bro. You may not make it, bro. You may not make it. And I be trying to tell these cats that, man. So that's be the message that I really want to get out. And sometimes you got to tell them type of stories. And I haven't even, man, I'd have been on here for over a year and a half and stuff, man. And I ain't even told the most vicious stories that I have seen because it really ain't no way for me to really tell them without getting so like super graphic. So I haven't even told some of the stuff that I have seen that's been the most graphic stuff because, like I say, I don't even know how to really tell it. Or I haven't even, you know, been able to phrase it right without, you know, or give it the justice it deserved by the way, you know what I'm saying, I said it. You know, what little Jacob got a question, what little Jacob said. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's we got to lock in though, man. We got to come in here, man, and chop it up, man. You know, once a week or every 2 weeks. So we got to get up in here, man, and chop it up, man. So we can tell me what's going on out there in LA, man, and I can tell you what's going on out here in Bourne, Virginia. You know, yeah. So you know, you got to let me know what's going on in the big city, man. We ain't doing nothing out here, brother.
Most definitely. Even though I'm not, I don't stay in LA. I'm maybe about an hour away from there. But shoot, right now in LA, man, it's a lot of killing going on, and them dudes out there, they wild and they off the chain, man. And Yeah, it's like every day, every other day, man. You look up and you know, somebody posted that one of their homies and got killed. So it's wild out there, man. Dane Martin, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Yeah. Salute, Dane. So what you in Cali? So that's not considered LA.
Yeah, I'm in Southern Cali. Well, I mean, Los Angeles is Southern Cali, but I'm like maybe about an hour east of Los Angeles.
Right. Okay, little Jacob, that's your question. You say, is it safer to be in a gang in prison or to be dolo? Now, 16 and I could give you his answer to my answer, and but I did time in VA. My answer was always dolo. Now, me personally, I would go dolo because I ain't gonna trust nobody else with my life. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna trust nobody with my life. It's my life, and I don't think nobody will protect it like I'm gonna protect it. I don't think nobody gonna go as hard for me as I'm gonna go for me. So I always went dolo. I never joined anything. I never wanted to be a part of anything. If anything came to me, whatever is gonna happen, so be it. If people that rock with me. If they get in, they get in. I always advise them not to because there won't no telling what I was gonna do. And I ain't want nobody get no case behind me. I ain't want nobody to mess their life up or say, oh, I got involved with that with Banky and this happened. So I always said no. But me, that's just personally, but I'm in VA. The politics is different in the big cities. So I don't know, 16 like what you think about little Jacob question.
You know, that's a good question. And I think, you know, talking about the era when I first came to prison in 1996, it probably was a little safer. It probably was a little safer, man, to go dolo, possibly because, you know, in California everything is grouped up. You have a lot of different cliques, you know, and
Right.
at some point in time, no matter how cool, no matter how nice, how humble and respectful you are, you may run across an idiot who gonna try to press a line on you simply because he know you dolo.
Right.
And so, you know, his homeboys is gonna try to get in it and all that old type of stuff, you know. And so, like I say, it just depends, man. I mean, if you going dolo, you're gonna have to be willing to go that extra mile and put somebody in the grave if need be. You know what I'm saying? Because you have some individuals, like I say, man, no matter how cool you are, you know, they just gonna test you, you know. And then sometimes too, if you run like with me, you know, I I was riding with a collective. And sometimes, you know, with the majority of the times that I went to the hole, it was because it was behind somebody in my collective. And so
Right.
that's the problem right there, too. If you run with a collective and you got 25 homies on the yard, 15, 16 homies on the yard, to a certain extent, you're responsible for all their actions, you know. And so if everybody don't know how to do time, if everybody don't know how to do time, you may find yourself you know, going to battle or getting caught up because one of your homeboys didn't want to pay a debt or was talking stuff from the basketball court or was stealing or something like that. So it definitely has its pros and its cons, you know. But eventually, I end up basically just going solo, you know, telling everybody out I'm cool because at that point in time, I'm trying to get out. And prison had changed a lot, you know, the way individuals was doing time. You had a lot of youngsters coming to prison with a different type of street mentality, which was, so I'm not just to be stepping up to the plate for all these dudes who I don't even know. These dudes got 2-3 months, maybe, you know, a year left, and then they getting out, not even looking back. So like I say, it just all depends, man. But I think when I first came to prison, you had a more solid individual back then, you know.
Right.
You had more solid dudes, and you know, nowadays, you know, these youngsters, it's cool to, you know, it's cool to steal and just a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't permitted back then. So nowadays, I definitely think it would be better to go dolo, you know.
Yeah, and that's the same, man. You know, like and here, you know, the gangs and stuff started, man. But you gotta look at the situation too. Man, I done seen dudes lose their life for getting involved in other people's situation. You know what I'm saying? They trying to protect their homeboy, they end up losing their life. I mean, literally, I have seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with him, and then you get with him, but you end up getting the worst end of the deal. You lose your life. This dude's still alive, and it won't even
Mhm.
your beef. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's a tricky situation, man. It all depends on where you lie your loyalty at and who you rock with. Now, I had cats that I fool was shown up, and if push came to shove, when wartime came, I'm all in. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not the principal, you know, player in this situation. But the dude I rock with him so much, like my brother Dixon, you know, dudes that I've been around that I was just that cool with, you know, Munchie or something. If something had came about, then I'm gonna go the extra mile. But as far as like a gang and all that, I'm not gonna be in that because, like I say, and then I was different because when it came to me, them dudes gonna ride with me as well. But I'm gonna tell them no, or I'm gonna try to keep it away from them because, like I say, I don't know what might happen. And that was one of my things too. I didn't want nobody to get hurt over me. I didn't want nobody to get a case over me or nothing like that. So personally, to me, like I say, I just rolled solo, man. And then I had trust issues, man. I ain't really gonna trust too many people to protect my best interests, man. I ain't gonna trust people to do that. Oh, you got a German Shepherd up in there.
Oh man, he wanna be a German Shepherd.
Yeah. He barking. He ain't playing no games.
Yeah.
He ain't playing no games, man. But yeah, man. Most definitely, but my brother, man, I appreciate you, man. We got to do this more often, man. We got to go get ready for this fight. You gonna watch that fight tonight?
You know what, man? I ain't even tapped into boxing since I've been out, man. Now that I see everybody talking about it, I may go check it out. I was a big UFC dude, you know, so yeah, I definitely probably tune into it, man, and see what it's about.
Tune in to one, just the one to tune in to, man. This is a history fight tonight, man. History fight tonight, man. You know.
Yeah, well, I'll probably tap into it. What time is it coming on about? Because I know they probably
it start at 9. I think all the prelims probably start at 9. You know, but you got some major fights tonight, man. You got history making fights tonight because whoever wins this is gonna be the first unified 154-pound champion in history. Also, only gonna be the 7th unified champion in this 4-belt era. So it's a history making fight, man. Some stuff gonna go there tonight, and I'm gonna have to see it. Yeah. I'm going to have to see it if it's even by TV. I wish I was ringside, you know, letting the blood and everything flow all out there, sweat and everything. You be all up in it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got that type of money or that type of access. But I'm going to be watching the TV like I'm right there, man. You know, so yeah, that's going to be a big one, man. But for sure, man, I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. This is the beginning, man. Maybe I tap in. We go next Saturday, man, or something, man, on your channel, and we just keep on going, man. Keep the people, you know, in flow with what we doing, man. Let them know what's happening. As far as me, I got some new videos starting tomorrow. Y'all don't want to miss it. Got some purity listeners that I put out today, and I'm gonna keep on going. I got some conversations with convicts coming up as well. You know, this will fall up under this title right here as well. But we're going to keep on pushing, man, and we're going to keep on moving the needle. And I hope you do the same, my brother. You already know I support you, and I salute you. Keep on doing your thing.
All right. Hey, 100, man. Thank you for having me on, man. And we definitely going to hook up in the future, man. And everybody out there, y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Y'all go tap in with 16 to Life. Y'all go check that music out. He doing his thing. The man does not be rapping like no Curtis Blow. You understand me? If you go listen to his music and you tell me you don't like it, I accept all the criticism. You hit me up in the DM and tell me, Banky, man, you telling a lie. I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, that's how much I respect his music, man, and I respect what he's doing out there. And we're going to stay tapped in. TVP, I love y'all out there. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions.
And real quick before y'all go, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. That's 16 to Life. You see it right there on the screen. If you want to check my music out, go to my playlist, go to 16 to Life, go to my playlist, scroll down to Gas Station, and you definitely going to be impressed. Like I tell y'all, Flow is nothing like Curtis Blow.
Gas Station, he said. Gas Station. Yeah, he said he be gassing. Yeah, give it to him, my brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. Salute, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, salute.
Already, TVP, we out here, man. Appreciate the love. Go check that fight out tonight.